And with that, what's happening, crypto crew? Sean's coming back at you, another cryptocurrency video. We're getting straight into it. Bitcoin's price is right at 68,000. Are we going to have a continuation to the upside? We'll be analyzing this chart. We'll take a look at MicroStrategy. We'll take a look at the Bitcoin miners to see what we see coming up. So make sure you watch this one to the end. Before we get to any of that, make sure you go ahead and check us out at bitcoinbros101.com. Once again, we got our ebooks, our crash courses, all of our social links. If you want to become part of the Bitcoin Bros community, our premium Patreon pass. You can get our books here. If you're just getting started, this book right here is for you. Getting started with Bitcoin and crypto's ultimate beginner's guide. Instant download, you don't gotta wait. And then technical analysis 101. If you want to get into these charts and understand the patterns, understand the candlesticks, get a little bit more fine-tuned, you'll need this book. Also instant download. If you actually want the copies, you want physical copies, you can check us out on Amazon as well. Without further ado, getting straight to the Bitcoin price chart. What do we see? What do we anticipate? Well, look where we are right now. We're sitting at a major level of resistance. If we zoom into this price action, we'll see exactly what we're talking about. And make this a little bit bigger. We can see that Bitcoin has to get back up. It got back above the $66,000 level, had a little bit of a cool off, but Bitcoin's next level to pay attention to is right where it's almost at. Let's get out our horizontal line and just draw a line here. You see we came and wicked up to this level here, the 68.2 level. So are we forming some type of like bull flag pattern that we're going to break through this, get back up to that $70,000 plus Bitcoin? That could be what's in the cards, but we have to get through this level. Looking back to the left of the charts, if we break through this level, the next level to pay attention to is that $70,000 to $72,000 threshold, because when you look back to the left of the charts, you see a lot of traffic right there. So does things look good? Yes. Are we going to break out tomorrow? Potentially, it could happen. The price action, seemed to has bottomed out. We put in a high, a higher low, and now from this previous high, we put a higher high in. But we could get rejected, come back down, and we could come potentially down to technically 60,000 again, and still put in a higher low before we have a continuation to the upside. So don't get too bullish, don't get too antsy. Just take what the market gives you. An update from the charting guy. Bitcoin's daily RSI actually broke below the intraday, but we've managed to close strong and held the uptrend. If we continue to follow fall of 2023 price action, as he's been calling out the last few months, this should hold. As you see here, bounce, bounce, bounces, continuation to the upside. Look at this. This is the fractal pattern comparing from January of 2023 to March of 24. So you're looking at roughly a 15-month window, and this is how that fractal pattern looked, this blue line, and Bitcoin seems to be mirroring this almost perfectly. So if we get that breakout to the upside and we get some bullish momentum going through the next 6 months, we could be getting up to 170 plus thousand. So you gotta adjust it to fit. This is just a theory. Once again, in 2017, Bitcoin broke all-time high at week 111. 2020, Bitcoin broke all-time high week 105. 2024 will Bitcoin break all-time high on week 99. So as you see here, this is 111 to 105, 6 weeks less, 6 weeks less to that. That's where he's getting 99. So what is that, if you ask? That is next week, October 20th/21st. Are we going to get this blast off, and is history rhyming? That's the bigger question you have to ask. You don't want to miss this. I hope you're positioned well, because there could be a lot of bullishness around the corner. And take a look at the Bitcoin dominance. People are waiting on alt season. When is alt season going to be here? We're looking at this on the daily chart. And why are we looking at this, and why are we showing this? Because we want to show you this divergence that's been playing out. The charts are showing a divergence. Now, nothing's 100%. It doesn't have to do anything. If we see this here, when we made this peak here back in August of 24, we made a peak around almost 58,000. Then we traded sideways for some time, and then ultimately put in a higher high up to almost 59,000. But if we look down at the RSI, what do we know? The RSI peaked and then put in a divergence, right? Because this is a higher high, this is a lower high, this is a bearish divergence, meaning that the trend is you're going to change. And right now, this little stair stepping up seems like exhaustion. We could be wrong, but this is how it seems. And then we cooled off again, and then we put in another brief higher high. So we got at 58% there, and right now at the current time it's recording, we're almost at 59%. So we are running into yet another divergence, because you see from this peak to this peak, we put in a higher high once again, and from this peak to where we are, it looks like it's almost parallel, but we got to zoom in to look a little closer. It seems that, let's get rid of this line, we wicked up a little higher than the previous, so this is a bearish divergence as well. So are we going to have this breakdown? And we want to see it do something like this. We want to have it come down and then come up. Now this could be even a higher high where Bitcoin has, its final rally up to maybe 60,000 to 61,000 before it then rolls over, but then we would then come back down. And this is what you'd be waiting for. This area right here and this area right here. That's that major alt season that a lot of people are talking about. MicroStrategy has been in the news, and it made an all-time high, but it didn't last that long. What do we see with the price chart? So if we look here, we can see that we are still in an uptrend. Remember, the trend's always your friend till the end. And if we connect these dots, if we connect from the base, and we've just been trading in this channel, we've been coming up, coming back down, coming up, coming back down, coming up. We didn't come all the way back down quite then, but came up, tried to break out of it, came back down, and we held this support here. So is the next leg going to be coming up, or is that what we're going to be doing? Over the next week, we'll be seeing a $250+ MicroStrategy price target. Is that what we see? You be the judge. MicroStrategy versus Bitcoin. This chart also looks bullish. Why do we say? Because if you look at this, this looks like this could be some type of big, either flag or bull pennant. It could be something that is playing out pretty textbook. As you see here, we come up into this in a bullish fashion. We respect the bull market support band, come up, hit our head again, fall below the bull market support band, but still put in a higher low, another higher low, and then blast off of this. So where's the technical target take us up to? If we pull our crosshairs back out and pull this up, this would say that we have a little bit more steam in the tank before we get a macro cool off. Because right now, what happened? We had this breakout, but this might not have been a fake out. It could have just been a retest. As you see here, we came back and retested the 20 moving average. So are we going to hold this? We got to hold the 20 moving average, or this could invalidate this whole structure. This could just be a bump and run pattern, getting ready to go up to the upside. If we do hit the technical target, how much is MicroStrategy going to outpace Bitcoin? You're talking about a 127% potential Bitcoin price appreciation. So for every dollar Bitcoin goes up, MicroStrategy is going to go up $2.27. So there's a huge opportunity there. If you don't see it, that's what it is. MicroStrategy versus the miners. Mara being one of the bigger, more popular miners, this chart also looks bullish, but it could be some cool off periods. We zoom into this price action. What are we looking at? So once again, we see that this could be some type of, flag pennant, bull flag. This could be drawn quite a few different ways. As you see here, this is definitely a pull, and we definitely had a breakout. Now, this could be measured two ways, two targets we want to look at. We want to look at the last time we hit the bottom of this downwards trend. The lowest point, if we come up, this is another appreciation against the miners. How high are we going to appreciate against the miners potentially? About almost 90%, 87%. So still a massive play, still some opportunities, some room in the tank. There's more gas to go up. Everything's pointing up to the right. You look at the bull market support band, all the moving averages. We came back down, retest that 20 perfectly. We could get this bump and run before it come up to this technical target. Now that's if we hit this bottom. If this is some type of bull flag, then we're looking at something more similar to this, and we pull this up to where the breakout point would be, and we got a lot higher to go. So this bump and run, we would say we would go up 171% against the minor. So this might be more probable. This looks like a textbook bull flag pattern. MicroStrategy will outpace Mara at least 171% if this plays out. Well, for every $1 Mara goes up, MicroStrategy is going to go up 2.7. So MicroStrategy is a massive play. Do you hodl a bag? If you don't, what are you waiting for? Once again, don't forget to check us out at Bitcoin Bros 101. And with that, I'm showing off the Bitcoin Bros. You guys like this content, go ahead and smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and show us some love. And with that, I'm out.